Good morning everyone, today we're going to be talking about what is new in this update, but before we jump into all of that, if you're new to the channel, I upload NGS content daily, so if you do play this game, I would really appreciate a subscribe as it really helps out the channel. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin the video. So the very first thing I want to go over is of course the new keyword. The new keyword is halpha_great_summer. Once you type that, you're going to press escape, go to systems, get campaign items, receive item account, and right here under the NGS headline plus, you're actually going to get 2 Rappy Shape Fritters, 50 Star Gems, as well as the Pandora Extreme Weapon Camo. So make sure to pick that up. Now, other than that, you may have also noticed that we actually have an apology for registration status for build parts. So we get a special scratch ticket. What this bug was actually when you registered an item to your account for the creative spaces, there was a bug saying that it wasn't actually registered to you and was actually registered to someone else. And so obviously that caused a lot of confusion and people were pretty upset about it because they're like, yo, I just spent 8 million buying the swimming pool, I registered to my account and it says it's not registered. It's like, what happened to my 8 million? What happened to my swimming pool? But they have fixed it and they've compensated us a special scratch ticket. Woo, a special scratch ticket. Now another bug they fixed is the game crashing whenever you use character cel shading. This was actually a very big deal. So what happened here was if you had cel shading enabled, which most people did because the game pretty much automatically forced cel shading on, and you wanted to switch back to normal, if you try to do it in game and not in the salon, it would just crash the game and you would just get forced out of the game. It wasn't very nice. So they finally fixed it. So now you can switch between cel shading and regular whenever you want while you're in game. So you get 20 Star Gems for this, so make sure to pick that up. For those who are wondering how to switch between cel shading and regular, you go to systems over here, go to options, go to graphics, and scroll down a little bit. And right here, you'll see character cel shading. So if you don't want to go to the salon, you can just disable it here and it'll just turn off cel shading, and enable it and it'll turn on cel shading. So it's very easy. You don't actually need to go to the salon to enable or disable cel shading. While we're on the topic of the salon, you can also go to gear/sub palette over here and go to customize looks, and you can actually change your hairstyle, your looks, your accessories, your basewear, your motions. There's a lot of things you can change without going to the salon if it's just inconvenient. Maybe you're in a PSE combat zone and then it's just inconvenient to go to the salon because you might lose your spot, for example. You can actually change things right here. And what I like to do is I actually like to save my looks. So over here you can see that this is my 2021 look. So this was base PSO2. We have the Supersonic Racing, which is the Sonic suit. We've got my 2022 look, so this was last year's look. And then of course we have the 2023 look, which is the look that you can see now. Both all of that out of the way, the next thing I want to talk about is of course the Pandora Extreme. This is actually a pretty good weapon camo. Unfortunately, it only applies to twin machine guns and nothing else, so it is it is class specific. But if you don't like it, don't worry, you can always sell it on the player market. It's not going for as much money, mainly because well, there aren't that many gunners. It's not as popular as the Braver class, unfortunately, but it's still a really cool weapon camo. Now, speaking about weapon camos, of course we do have the Ghost in the Shell collaboration going on right now. If we go to the prize list over here, there's a bunch of really cool outfits, but more importantly, there are the weapon camos. So this is the rifle that actually works as a gun blade as well, which is pretty badass. And then we've got the handgun. These handguns are really nice. I personally think these handguns are definitely top tier. We've even got the Saito sniper rifle. The sniper rifle looks really good as a rifle camo. The launcher one doesn't look as good in my personal opinion, so there's that. And last but not least, we do have the Saburo M5, which is also a pistol. And this one works for twin machine guns, rifle, as well as gunblade as well. So there are some really nice weapon camos. However, as you can see, most of them only apply to gunblade, twin machine guns, and rifle, other than the sniper rifle over here, which also applies to the launcher. So basically range classes. All the range classes can celebrate with all these cool weapon camos, except for the bow, because well, these are guns, so kind of makes sense. Now, something Phantom Yosha found out that is really helpful for the creative spaces is over here you can get the build parts for the Tachikoma, which is the little robot that you can actually place in your creative spaces. But if you look at the price, it's awfully expensive, it's around 3 million. But something you can do to get a better effect is actually get the motion idle Tachikoma. So what the motion idle Tachikoma does is it turns you into the little robot and it actually moves. It has like some idle animations. And the thing is, you can actually create an art Arc's decoy of yourself, change your idle animation to the Tachikoma, and you automatically get a Tachikoma in your creative spaces. Now, of course, you are limited to 10 of them, so that is the only downside to use this method instead of using the build parts where you can essentially put unlimited of them. But the build part Tachikoma doesn't move, it's frozen in time, versus the idle Tachikoma, which actually moves a little bit and feels a little bit more lively. And best of all, if you look at the price of the idle Tachikoma, it's significantly cheaper than the build part. So if you do want the Tachikoma in your creative spaces because you are a big fan of Ghost in the Shell, you can actually just pick up the motion idle instead and use the Arc's decoy and place the Tachikomas that way instead of spending 3 million and buying the build part, because, well, the build part's awfully expensive. Another thing I want to point out is, of course, the login bonus over here. So as you can see, every single day you are going to get a bunch of star gems, so just make sure that you log in every single day. You do have a lot of time for this. You have all the way until July 25th to just log in 7 days. You don't need to log in 7 days consecutively. As long as you log in 7 separate days, you will be able to get all of the items over here, including 2 really nice looking posters.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye!